Hello, everybody, and welcome to episode 217 of Wool is the Answer. I'm Marie.
I'm Dominique.
And it's Friday, the 13th of October.
September.
I mean, I'm a month ahead. Oh, God.
I wish it was Friday, the 13th of October, but it's not.
Oh, dear.
We're still in September. Right, hang on.
Sorry, we're a little bit late. We've just been rushing about, the pair of us, so...
We have got good news to tell you in a little while, so we've been productive.
Yes. A few good things to tell you, actually. Some things you might know about, and others, you know. Right, we're there. Press the button, Marie. Hello, everybody. Hello. I'm gutted. I've literally just got in the car and the stone out of me blooming tanzanite ring. I've lost the middle stone.
Oh. You don't know. Do you think it's as you've got out the car?
I think so. I think it's when I've lifted that box up. I think I've caught it. I'm never going to find it in between 10 million pebbles, am I?
But it might be in the car.
I've just looked. It wasn't in the boot of the car. I'll have to have a look afterwards. But
yes,
the centre stone, typical. Anyway, and I must have just done it because I could feel it straight away. You know, the claws on it. You can feel the thing. So anyway, that's my Friday the 13th disaster today. Then I'll have that if that's all it is.
Yeah.
Oh, hello, everybody. Right, let me have a drink. Compose myself. Have you got your pen, pencil?
Yeah, I've got pen, pencil. I didn't have time to set up my ironing board, so everything's balanced precariously, but I've got pen and pencil. So
we've had a busy morning. We've been at a meeting with Sean up at Hemswell, and then we've met a friend for lunch, which we had to keep putting back the time because we were running over. So we've literally been cutting in a bit fine today. So who knows what you'll find? I mean, last week's was hilarious. I mean, this could just be one of two things: hilarious, or you may just want to turn off straight away.
Oh, excuse me. Yeah, or a disaster. But we've been doing nice things, so we'll give you all details. But we've been sorting dates for next year, and we've started provisionally looking at the menu for the Christmas retreats. So that's what we've been doing. And
yes. So there's been a lot of thinking of food this morning.
Yes. Yeah. Light lunches that you can have in the winter, which is not that easy.
No, it's funny because we were like all sat there, weren't we, all three of us going, oh. And because we've done quite a lot of these now. I think we're on our 11th coming up.
11th.
Yeah.
This will be 11 and 12.
Yeah, 11 and 12. So that's a lot of meals and a lot of planning. And although some things are really popular, aren't they? We do repeat them because they get requested, don't they? Like halloumi fries.
Although they're not on.
They're not on. We've like trying to think of different things.
And we learn every time. I mean, it's taken us 10 times, but we have all said lighter lunches, because sometimes lunches is like a bowl of soup, bread and a cheese straw, which doesn't sound that much, but when you've had a cooked breakfast, fruit and
2 hours before,
3 hours before, and then 2.5 hours later you have cakes, and then like 2.5 hours later there's a 3-course meal. We're trying to make lunches slightly lighter.
Yeah, we're not succeeding, but we are trying. And it's like puddings as well, desserts, isn't it? We're like thinking smaller, lighter, but you know, we always get carried away. But anyway.
But we've been doing that, so
yes.
Yeah. And we will later, we've got some dates for you for next year.
Yes, we have. We've got some dates to reveal for next year. Well, just before I start looking at wool, we'll tell you another announcement we've got, which you might be excited because it might get our brains into gear because we're both tired, both yawning. It might.
Yeah, we are.
We found out this week that we are now able to do Bakewell. So we will be doing
2024
this year's Bakewell. So so we're very excited that we can be there in Bakewell, because I know we'd had a lot of, we'd had a few people saying to us, are you doing Bakewell? We're looking forward to seeing you. No, we're not there. Well, we are now. So we're looking forward to it. And it's a new venue as well, isn't it? So it'll be interesting. What? You're freezing. What's the matter? Oh, see.
And I'll mind you.
No, I'm watching the live one and it's, yeah. But it does this, doesn't it? Anyway, as I drove in, I did see that BT and Openreach were up at the polls doing something. So, yeah, it's you that's frozen on the actual live feed. But
well, it's yeah, and it's you that's. I heard everything, but you just weren't moving.
All right.
Mouth
well, no, you
moving
were
at the
doing
same
it for
time
me.
as you were
I mean,
talking.
I never know because it's me that sort of records it and sets it up. I never know which one goes out. Do you know what I mean? So on mine, you're freezing. But anyway, yeah. So we're doing Bakewell, and I'm just not going to look at you. And so that means we're there. But don't forget, it is a new venue, and the parking is at the old site, so the agricultural site in Bakewell, and then there's a free bus to take you there. So yeah, we're excited. Slightly daunted because we thought we only had one show left to do this year, didn't we? And we'll be right. It'll be us. Yeah. You'll get what you see as usual with us. You'll get what there is.
Just hang on. Let me see if I can.
You just want me to rabbit. You're going to see what you can sort out. So it's at Lady Manners School. I'm not sure where it is, but it says it's not too far out of Bakewell. I'm looking forward to it now. Yeah, just a little bit daunting that we thought we'd done all the dyeing that we needed. But hey ho, it'll be what it'll be, won't it, Dominique?
It will. Right.
Yeah, we'll get there. Do you think you're coming back? Or are you just gonna
see if that's it? Oh.
I don't know. Well, I'll just keep going. You're back. No, you're not.
That's
you're back. Yeah. So we will be there. So for all those people who've been asking us, we will be there at Bakewell now.
And for everyone that we keep saying, no, we're not doing it this year, we didn't. It is a cancellation.
Yeah, it's a cancellation.
We were on the waiting list, so
we were very happy to accept it. So we're looking forward to it.
Yeah, luckily, always a lovely, lovely show.
Yeah,
a new venue is going to make it different, but yeah, we really love the team that organised the event, don't we? So,
and luckily, like we'd said ages ago, we were going anywhere, weren't we? We were going to customers.
Yes.
So we'd already booked our accommodation, which was good. So we didn't have to panic about that. So it was a good result, really. So we look forward to seeing everybody there. I looked because when I did the newsletter this morning, I put a link on for tickets to Bakewell. So there's still tickets available. And I think you can get tickets on the door each day from 12 o'clock.
Right.
So check it all out on the website anyway.
Yeah. Yeah. Right. So we've got Yarndale in 2 weeks and then Bakewell 3 weeks after that, I think.
Yeah. We like it all coming together, and what with Christmas boxes to pack, Advent boxes to pack, to dye, to finish
and not only that, because just
Christmas
while we're talking about that, are you all ready? Are you all Strictly ready? Because Strictly starts tomorrow.
Yes, I'm all ready.
Well, I'm not quite.
You're not quite wound up, are you?
Well, I won't wind up, but I might do because I've got my Strictly bag that Wendy got us.
Oh yes. Yeah.
But so for those of you that are you ready for your Strictly Sockalong that starts next week? So
it seemed ages we were talking about it, didn't it? We were talking and saying, "Oh, it'll be wonder when it starts. Will it be starting?" So it seemed ages ago, doesn't it? And then,
I think I've not looked. I'm sure this is just the launch party, isn't it? And then it'll be probably Yarndale weekend when we start. Yeah. But
well, it's a good excuse to cast your socks on, isn't it? Or whatever you're doing.
Yes. Yeah, and there's still plenty of time if you've not got any. It really has been popular this year. I seem to be doing twinkle toes all the time. But
yes, you do.
Yeah.
I still think a jumper would look nice in it, but
there is still at the minute there is still plenty coming to Yarndale.
Yes. Yeah, at the minute. I like how you said that.
Yeah, because we just keep taking it off the pile as people order it. So
yeah, good stuff. as well, I think we mentioned last week, didn't we, about the lucky dip at Yarndale? We did mention it, didn't we? We did. If you come with your rucksack, with the Wool is the Answer rucksack.
I don't know if we did.
I think we did because I put it in the newsletter. So
Oh,
we
right,
must have
okay.
done.
Well, to say it as if nobody knows.
So if you bought one of our lovely rucksacks, as Dominique got hers handy, there you go, one of our lovely rucksacks, and you are wearing it at Yarndale.
Carrying it.
I would say you wear it.
Yeah, but some people don't like it. It's got handles to carry.
It has, yeah. Either way, wearing, carrying, or doing whatever you want with it.
Yes.
Pop along to the store, and you can delve in the Wool is the Answer lucky gift. Lucky dip. Lucky dip.
Woolly lucky dip.
Yeah. Basically, you can rummage inside of one of our rucksacks and you can win yourself something out of the rucksack.
Yes.
So yeah, so we're looking forward to doing that as well. And don't try the old thing of like, oh, I've not been, and go around the corner and go, oh, I'm back again. That's not going to work.
It might work at 3 o'clock on Sunday.
Yeah, you got a point there.
But that's the only time it will work. Yes.
Oh.
But yeah, lots of people that we know have bought rucksacks have said they're coming. And someone made a comment about how nice it would be seeing them. And we thought, actually, it will be really, really nice.
Yes.
So we thought, well, as a little bit of a thank you for buying your bags, you can...
Yeah, have a go.
No purchase necessary. You just need to be there with your bag.
Yeah, for a rummaging
hour bag. Let's face it, as you're wandering around the show, you are advertising for us, aren't you? So,
yeah, exactly. So it's a little thank you from us to you.
And we've not said, but I think we'll do it at Bakewell as well, won't we?
Why not?
Yeah, because it seems unfair for people that can only get to one.
I mean, people who've come to our stores before often find themselves subject to a, here's the pokey stick, would you like to see what you can grab out of that basket, haven't they? Or, how about this? But I haven't bought this, but I think you'll find that comes as a free purchase when you've bought that. I mean, we do all sorts.
Yeah, we do. Trish, yes, we will have them at Yarndale. And I think we're now fully stocked, so we should have plenty of each colour.
Yes, yeah, we've got plenty of each colour.
Yeah.
As it stands. But I can always order some more. So, if you all go mental now, I can order some more and get them done. So don't panic.
Trish, if you know specifically you want a certain colour, let us know and we'll make sure.
Yeah, we'll just keep it. We'll keep it to one side.
We will have them there.
And mentioning that as well, I know Dominique's probably going to put her head in her hands. If there is something specific you want at Yarndale and you would like to pick it up, just let us know. I'm not saying we can definitely guarantee to get it done, like if you want 5,000 colours all doing on different bases to pick up. But if there is something specific that you're coming for,
if you are coming and you think, like Marie's just said, I want to make a double knit jumper out of twinkle toes and I know I need 5.
Yes.
Let us know, because we do have jumper quantities of some colours.
But not everything.
But we have so many colours.
Yeah.
We've got 3 and 4 of each colour potentially. So, yeah, that's
mainly what we're talking. I'm not saying just keep me a ball of that one, or it's more if you want quantities of stuff that we know we're probably not going to have. But like in the past, we do take orders, don't we?
Yes.
We take orders and then we get it dyed, wound and shipped out to you fairly quickly, don't we? We do tend to try and have a quick turnaround.
Within a week. It needs to be cleared within that week.
Yeah. Whether
it's shipped out the following Monday, but yeah. So there's not too long of a wait. But yeah, if you know, the thing is, if you're like us, like most people, you actually want to come and see the colours.
Yes. Yeah.
You actually want to hold them in your hand and make the choice. But if you're going to do that, do it sooner rather than later.
Yes. So, digressed. Went off on a challenge. How are you getting on with your
How am I getting on with my cracking the
Give
flags?
us an update on your cracking the flags. What are you doing? Have you cut it up?
my cracking the flags looks like this.
I was going to say, I'm not even going to say what I was going to say because it could come out as very rude. So I'm not mentioning it to do with cracks and things. I'm not mentioning it. That's a very small one.
That's cracking the flags. So after the podcast last week, a friend very kindly messaged and said, I will knit it. I will re-knit it for you. Rip it back to the Fair Isle and I will re-knit it. And I said, thank you very much. And then I had a word with myself because on the blanket Zoom the night before, we'd been talking about Hexies and I said, I really like my veg box blanket. I think I want to do a big one, but I might end up with a stack of Hexies that don't join together. And I made the comment, but what does that matter? Because I actually enjoy the process of making it, not always the finished thing. So with that ringing in my head, I thought, well, really, I should just rip it out.
Rip it out and start again. I think that was a song from somewhere.
It was a song. So Marion, at the minute, I am persevering. So I've ripped it back and I'm just knitting it in 2 pieces. Then I can keep my eye on how wide it gets.
So have you kept the Fair Isle in one long bit still?
No, the Fair Isle was always in 2 pieces.
Oh, right, okay. It still seems wide.
I'd knit that, yeah, it is still wide. It's 26 inches.
It's what it should be, though.
It is absolutely what it should be. So, other than the stitches that have just fallen off the end. So I have wound up nearly 300 grams, but it doesn't matter, does it? It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter.
And I just sat, there was a brand new series of Taskmaster started last night. So I just sat. So it's, what I've got to think is, it's very easy knitting.
Yes. Yeah.
It's very easy afternoon tea, retreat knitting. I don't have to work on it just this. I can do other things. And I really want the finished garment. So that's what I'm doing.
And thank you, Julia. Julia said orange juice. I had in my mind it was Blancmange that sang Rip It Up and Start Again. So thank you for that, because it was going around in my head.
I know the song, but I would not, I'm not in a million years have got who sang.
I thought it was Blancmange. I was on a similar sort of track, because I mean, Blancmange were a group, but I thought it was.
You're thinking food stuff.
I'm thinking food stuff. So I went to Blancmange straight away.
Yes.
What was I going to say? Yeah, so that, but we were talking about it, weren't it? And I mentioned a little bit in the newsletter as well. You know, sometimes we all find those projects where you can't wait to get started, and you do it, and then we've all been there, haven't we? We've all been there. There's always been something that you start doing, or you think, I really don't like this, and sometimes you do just leave it, don't you? But yes. Kathy, it was Kathy for me, one of our knitting ladies on our evening group years ago, isn't it now? Let's be honest. And she said, I've got all this stuff, and why am I not just ripping it out? And it really did encourage me to think, right, if I'm not working on something or it's not right, why am I keeping it? Because you end up with like a bag over here and a bag, and you open the cupboard and you think, well, what the heck am I? If you've not worked on it or you're not feeling it, pull it out.
Yes.
Turn it into something else or start it again if it, like you're doing, there was something wrong.
Yes.
Still no idea really why it went so wide or, yeah.
But it is, I considered like I did the Fair Isle. I did the Fair Isle in 2 pieces, but on 1 cable. So I knit the same row on the first one and the same row on the second. Excuse me. So it was growing at the same time. And I considered doing these 2 pieces. The reason I don't like piece things is because you get to the first one, you cast the first one off, and then you've got to start all over again and repeat it.
Yeah.
So that's why I thought of doing them at the same time. But I just thought, no, I am just going to go back and do one at a time. And I did this when I came in from work. I ripped it out last night, and then, like I say, cast it on, or started knitting it at about 9 o'clock. So what I want to do, because it's just me and I like a little goal, I'm going to work out how many inches at each piece is, and then I'm going to work out how many inches I need to do a week to get it finished for the retreat in December. So
you're giving yourself an action plan.
To have a goal, otherwise it could just go rumble and rumble and rumble. So that is the plan. And rather than just think, well, I've got till December to knit this, I don't know how long it's going to take. But if I know, because the pattern says knit for 16 inches and then do shaping and things. So if I know I've got 50 inches to knit over 2 bits, and I know how many weeks I've got, then I know how many inches are. And if I get ahead, fantastic. But it's a goal to keep me on track. Yeah. So
you're right, Wendy. You know, it is a different change in mentality, isn't it? You've got to think, you know, you've got wool there. You know, if you're not going to, it's a waste, isn't it? If you're not going to use it. Yes. And it may be that it sits there for a year, you know, in a ball or whatever, re-caked up. But there'll be a point where you come and go, I know what to make with it now. Or what's the point in making something that you're never going to wear, or you really don't like, or is completely wrong? You know, we've all been there. You know, everybody.
And I think it was Marion giving me a nudge, or not giving me a nudge, but just messaging saying, I'll do it for you. And I'm thinking, no. But also I think, well, if it had been the other way around, I'm the kind of person that would just go, I'll do it if you don't want to. I'm thinking, well, why don't I just do it myself then?
Yeah.
So that's what we're going for. Before the message just disappears, because I've missed it. Marjorie said, "Are we bringing the DK Yak silk to Yarndale?" Yes,
there's a few balls, isn't there?
So we'll have some undyed, and then we've got some of the multis on it. But if there's a specific colour or quantity you want, Marjorie, let us know.
Yeah,
because we're not going to have loads, and we're not going to have lots of all of the colours.
Yeah, in fact, there's no solid colours at all on it. Yeah. We've only dyed up some of the multis, and it's not all of the multis either. It is just a random few that's on it. So
it's the most popular colours we've tried to go for on the yak.
Yeah.
So there will be the yak silk, but in small quantities.
Yeah. Trish is asking if you've changed to a slightly smaller needle to even up the tension after doing the
Fair Isle.
That's the work, yes.
Yes, I have. And being on long cables and straight needles, I can just keep my eye on it.
Yes. Yeah, it's easier, isn't it then?
Yeah, much easier.
And then if you look at it, like as you're putting it together, you can see if you need to take it in a bit, can't you? So
I need the same number of stitches, but I can just alter my needles then, can't I?
Yeah.
So
good stuff.
So watch this space, everybody. It will. You won't see it every week because it won't change that much, but yes, it took me. Like we were just saying about ripping things out. I don't mind doing that, but I can't do it immediately. When I have spent hours and hours and hours on something, for me, it feels like I've wasted all that time. And it's not, but that's my mentality. So it needs to go to one side, and I need to come back to it in a month or two, and then I'm quite happy ripping it out.
Yeah.
But this, I've just had to get on with it. So...
as I said last week, and I think I'd already pulled it out last week, hadn't I? I was doing the folklore, trying to adapt the pattern from a double knit.
Yes.
You know, it was never going to work, really, was it? You know, especially with my weird tension of, even if I get my stitch count right across the rows, my stitches within the same row, my tension on rows is way out as well. So I thought I'm just going to use a pattern. So last week, I think I showed you the Novice Slipover from Petite knits that I'm going to do and just adapt it. So I've cracked on with it, actually. It does look small, but I have tried it on and it does fit because it's all curled up. Because obviously it's a tank top, So it looks like a tiny little vest, doesn't it? But I am now on the going round and round bit.
Right.
I mean, it does look little, but I've tried it on. It does fit, and obviously it's got quite a bit of
What's
stretch.
it called? I was just looking. I didn't write it down.
The Novice Slipover by Petite Knits. So this is going to be Christmas, and because there's the armholes are quite deep, because obviously you've got to pick your stitches up and put your ribbon on. But I thought what I might do is just do a couple of rows of colour work around it and then pick it up. So I've just got a little bit of a nod to the colour work there, and then obviously I'm going to put a band around the bottom.
Yes.
But yeah, it was weird when I was first knitting it, and I was like getting here, and I'm looking at it thinking, well, it's never going to go over my bust. But it does, because it's just curly. It's just all curly knit.
Yes. Yeah.
But no, I'm loving how it's knitting up. So yeah, that was my.
Trish is asking you if it's scarlet.
No, Trish, actually. I wasn't going to mention the new colours yet, but I mean, I could show you the new colours today, but I'm going to wait till next week. I did show this accidentally. This is one of our new colours that are coming to Yarndale, and it's cherry. So it's actually...
It's going to be called Cherry Blush.
It's all written on the labels now.
Well, we've already got cherry.
Yes, but that's on Yak, isn't it? If I've got space, I'll add Cherry Blush to it. Or I tell you what I'll call it. We'll call it Cherry B. It can have a B on the end, as in the drink. So it's actually, we're not doing scarlet anymore, are we? Because there was always a difference, quite a contrasting difference in the colour, wasn't there, sometimes? This seems to be more consistent, and brighter.
The ruby, when we did last year's coronation blanket, the ruby has got scarlet in it and is red, but it's very tonal. It was a much nicer colour than the scarlet, which can be flat and dull.
Yes.
So ruby is the new scarlet, but this is a different red to scarlet.
Yeah. So when you put them next to each other, they do Cherry B, exactly, the memory.
No, I've just seen Tricia said 5.
Yeah, right. I've just seen it as well. So we're so that's the new colourway, which I had forgotten, and I showed you it when I was, so it was my fault. There is a multi coming that will be, I'll show you next week, along with the cherry. I'll hold them together. So a multi that goes with the cherry as well. It's got some of the cherry in it. So it's more red. It's more like a Christmas red, isn't it? When you put them together, because we thought they wouldn't look too much, there would be a difference, but there's actually quite a lot of difference.
It's slightly brighter, and I don't mean neon.
No,
I think the scarlet was just a flatter colour.
Well, the scarlet actually, when you dilute it down, becomes like a salmony colour, doesn't it? Do you know what I mean? So it's obviously got more orangey tones into it, where this has got more it's redder. That's all I can say.
Yeah.
When you put them together, you go, oh, that's red. Yeah. Because we were always looking for like that bright red, weren't we? We could never find it.
Yes. Trish, I've got it 4-ply Cherry B ×5.
Yeah. So it's going to be Cherry B, because I'll be honest, I haven't got enough space to write blush on the end of the thing.
It's only because.
Yes, you're right. But we don't do cherry anymore on the red. We changed it to garnet. But
we've got 2 dyes, and one's called cherry and one's called cherry blush. And if we don't distinguish, I'm just going to dye cherry.
Okay, Cherry B it's called.
So it just needs to be easy for me.
Okie dokie.
Otherwise we're going to get the wrong colour.
We're going to get the wrong colour.
So
I mean, now you're making me wonder whether I've dyed.
Oh. We'll have this conversation off air. Was it in a big tub or a little tub?
I mean, you're asking now. A little tub, I think.
Oh, that's the new one.
Right, that's all right then.
Marjorie, this is not a colour for Dominic to dye. So
no,
Dominic,
it's a colour for Marie to dye. I don't mind. either way, right, I'll go and get it out the cupboard. I mean, Marjorie Cotton. I'll be back in a minute.
Marie was dyeing some of the colours that she dyes for Yarndale and had a happy accident and said, oh, I really like this. This could be a new colourway. So I sent her in the shed and said, well, if you can recreate it and it's repeatable, it can be a new colourway. So she did. So it's one more on Marie's list of colours. So I don't mind. It won't, it doesn't bother me if you go bonkers with these. But yeah, it's normally always me that does the dyeing. But Marie was dyeing, had a happy accident, but knew what she'd done. So
right. So we've got, I've got a picture and everything to put on the thing. So I'll show you the inspiration. Oh, honestly, Marjorie, you get it out of us every time. I'll let you have this one though. Right, okay. Can you see it? So there's Cherry, and the top one is called Hydrangea because it actually sort of matched a little bit of my hydrangea in the garden. So I don't know whether you, so that's it on 4-ply, the Cherry, and that is the hydrangea. Now it's not going on the website now. It is not going on the website till after Yarndale because it's a Yarndale colour. But they're your 2 new colours that are coming to Yarndale.
Has hydrangea got cherry in it then?
Hydrangea's got cherry in it.
Right.
But it's dyed on a different base because the way it came about was there was one colour that we dyed, it had some bluey bits on it and I had to over dye it. And when I over dyed it, so it doesn't start off on an undyed base, do you know what I mean? It's got a colour underneath it. But they do go together. It doesn't look as though it does there. Probably more at a distance. It's definitely got the red in it.
Yes.
Are you happy now?
There you go. So those of you coming to Bakewell as well, but Yarndale, they'll be launched there.
Yes, they will be launched and
but then available on the website after that. Yeah,
available after Yarndale. It just gives us a little bit of a time to get some more dyed, that's all. But it will be there. But yeah, it was done out of a happy accident. Oh yes, so it's my fault that I showed you early the red because I completely forgot that it was a new colour. We're human. Well, some days. I'll put that there just so I don't show you anything else that I shouldn't show you because there's a slight possibility of it because I keep having to move stuff. That is for another day.
So go on. I was going to say, do you want to give some dates?
I do. I just want to ask one quick question, which might be a little bit cryptic. Claire, did you get my email yesterday? Because I'm not sure you got it.
Oh, is Claire
a yes or a no? That'll do. Because if not, I'll send you a message. And that was just secret talking between me and Claire. Because sometimes I'll forget to do it afterwards. Yes, it will be a nice Yarndale purchase. Right. Love the delegate. Well, it makes a change because Dominique does now do the lion's share of the dyeing because the shed's at her house. Through COVID, it was easier, and Dominique took on that responsibility more. I do all the winding, packaging, faffing about, website, faffing about, making things, faffing about. That's me. Dominique's in the shed, getting all hot and sweaty.
Yes.
But I do still dye. I have colours that are mine that I have to dye because, like we've said before, we can't replicate each other's colours. It's ridiculous, isn't it? Even though we could stand next to each other and do it the same, it always comes out different because we both have magic hands. That's what it is. It always
comes out different. Trish, yes, got it. I've written it down. Claire says no.
Right, I didn't think you had. Right, I'll send you a message, Claire, after this. Oh, Lord. Right, okay, I'm stopping reading messages now. Right, dates. You want me to give some dates out?
Yes.
Right, so we've been talking of afternoon teas. October afternoon, Crafternoon Tea sold out. There are no more spaces on the October Crafternoon Tea. So the only spaces we've got for this year is on the December 16th, Monday.
Monday the 16th of December.
I'm saying we've got 5 spaces. It's either 5 or 6.
I'll
give
check.
or take.
Yeah.
Because Dominique needs, and I need to, I've got one number, Dominique's got another number. We just need to check things. There's about 5 spaces left. So if you want to come to a Crafternoon Tea this year, your only chance now is December. But we've seen Sean today and we have finalised the dates. And I think we spoke about it last time, didn't we? We're trying to give a bit more of a spread of days, weekends.
Yeah.
And we've sort of looked at months that don't necessarily have a lot of people coming to them, probably because of the time of the year or how we'd maybe arranged an afternoon tea 2 weeks after the previous afternoon tea.
Yes.
So we've actually been a bit more sensible this time.
Yeah.
So
5.
These will 5 spaces left. So these will go on the website later today. I haven't had a chance because we've literally been out. I will get them on the website. Prices have gone up a little bit. Obviously, we've got to pass on. Prices have gone up with Hemswell, so we've had to put them up. So next year's Crafternoon Teas will be £35 per person.
Yeah.
Like I say, you know, we have no choice.
Nothing else changes. You're getting exactly the same as you were.
Yeah. It's just that, you know, we've had to pass on what they've passed on to us. Right. So if you've got a pen, I will read the dates out to you now. But they will be going on the website. You can't book them yet because they're not on the website. Marjorie,
you will be able to tomorrow.
You can do it tomorrow or later on this evening.
Yes.
So no afternoon teas in January.
No.
First one is February on a Sunday, the 23rd. So the 23rd of February, there is a daytime Crafternoon Tea. March, Dominique, you need to sort this date out. I need to remind you for that.
Yeah.
So, Monday, the 31st of March.
Which is a day I'm working at the minute, but we were struggling for it other days, so I need to sort that out.
So that's daytime again. Then we go to April, Sunday, the 27th of April.
Which is the week after Easter Sunday.
23rd of May, which is a Friday. So we thought we'd give it Friday a try. So there's that's another daytime. Then we've got our one and only evening, because we try and just do it in summertime, don't we? Because then it's, you know, lighter nights, people driving. So that will start at 5 p.m. and it goes on till 9. So that is Tuesday, the 24th of June.
And that is a week later than it normally is, but it's normally the June, it's normally the June one we do is an evening one.
Yeah. So no afternoon teas in July because a lot of people are on holiday.
And so we've got a retreat.
Will be Monday, the 11th of August, daytime. Then we go to September, Sunday, the 28th of September. Thursday, the 30th of October. None in November because it's Dominique's birthday and we've got retreats coming up.
And I am a week away getting ready for the retreat.
And the last one will be Monday, the 15th of December. So that is the full list. So we've got them all booked for next year.
They are the Hemswell ones. We are still working in the background for WITA on tour, but they are your Hemswell dates.
Yes, they are the Hemswell dates. They're all booked and they will go on the website in a couple of hours' time. I'll get them put on the website and then they'll be available to book. And if you've booked them recently, you've changed how you do it. It's one listing and you just choose your dates from it. I think it's a bit easier to work out now.
Yeah.
Yes, so that's the dates that we've sorted out. So, because we've got to fit them in between potential shows we think we might be doing, retreats, holidays, birthdays, you know. So we've tried to give a good spread of time between them as well, haven't we? Yeah.
And we've taken, like I say, we've taken out the January one because we've run it 2 years and I think we've had 6. You know, it's been, because it's just after Christmas, people maybe don't want to keep eating food. So we've taken that out. But other than that, they are as they normally, the months they normally would be. A couple more weekends than we have had they seem to have been more popular, but hopefully a spread for everybody. So,
And one Friday, because we thought we'd see what that was like as well, didn't we?
yes.
So,
Yeah. So, yeah,
So,
it's nice to have them in. And, you know, they're there. If you can book them then whenever, or you can let people know that you would like them as a Christmas present. They could book
yes,
them for you
exactly.
as a Christmas present.
Yeah, because as well, and we don't always mention it, we do gift vouchers as well on the website. They're not in the shop. So when you go on the website, on the top, there's a like a whatever you call it.
Banner?
That's the word. It's got buttons on. And on there, there's a gift voucher, because for our website, it does completely different. So you click on it, then you can have any denomination of gift vouchers, I think from £5 up to whatever you want. But it's not in the shop bit, and they're for use online. And they can be used against anything. You can put them towards anything.
Yes.
So retreats, afternoon teas, wool.
Sue's saying lots of big birthday celebrations next year. I mean, we had a 60th birthday this year.
Yes, we did. We've had a couple of 60th birthdays this year, haven't we? At a retreat and at an afternoon tea.
I was going to say it's an afternoon tea, yeah. So it's a nice way of doing it. In fact, we've said that. I should have had one for my big birthday next year, but we're not having one in November, so.
Is it your big birthday next year?
Yeah.
I mean, you haven't even sorted anything out for that yet. That's another thing to add to your list.
Yeah. Yeah, Sue, lots of us with big birthdays.
Yes.
I will be spending mine by myself in Scarborough.
She thinks she will.
Oh, dear. Yes, Trish, or book a week's holiday round it.
Yes, exactly.
That's why we thought we wanted to get them sorted, and then anyone that wants to start thinking, then they can do.
Yeah, yeah. So that is all the admin done I can think of. I think it is.
I think it is. But just talking of, I mean, I was about to say big birthdays. It's not big birthdays, but just talking of birthdays.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Caroline.
Happy birthday, Caroline.
Caroline's not watching because she's working, but she will watch at some point.
Yes.
So I hope you've had a nice day and you enjoy your meal tonight.
Yes. Shame that you've had to go to work on your birthday, but you know, some people have to.
Yeah.
There was something else that I was going to say that was adminified.
Just while you're thinking that, if you are, I'm not suggesting that you do, but if you want to come for an afternoon tea and it's around your big birthday, will you let us know? Yeah.
We like to know these things.
Yes. Yeah. Some will know, some of you will know, but if not, then let us know.
Yes. Yeah. I mean, the Friday may lend itself to that, actually, to, you know, if people do want to stay over somewhere.
Yes.
And there's always an option as well. Depending, you might want to stay somewhere else, you might find somewhere else, but Hemswell do, I mean, you can book it on booking.com, but if you said you were coming to an afternoon tea, you could contact them and they'd tell you what the rate is if you want to stay overnight at Hemswell. It's always an option, isn't it? So that's completely separate to us. It would all be to do with, you know.
Yeah, but there's accommodation there if you want to.
Yeah. Because, you know, we were there the other day, weren't we, for the afternoon tea, and people were booking in just to stay overnight, weren't they?
Yes.
Yes. Yeah. So anyway, we digress. Off we go. I have definitely got something that I'll need to mention. I can't think where it is. It's going to bug me now. You start talking and it might come into my head.
I'm trying to think what else it could have been. I mean, I've really not got much, but what I have got. Do they allow dogs? No, I don't think they do, Trish.
I don't think they do, but contact them. I really don't know. I really don't know. I've just remembered I need to go and find something. That's what I need to do.
I think it's
no.
I think we asked about this for retreats because somebody asked us. And I'm sure that was a few years ago. It was no. But, yeah, I would just get in touch with them. Other than that, I've really not done that much knitting. I'm sat doing my knitting, but the only thing I've got to show, I thought this was completely finished, and then as I sat down, I've just seen something, and I realised it's not quite finished. But this is Hexie blanket, all finished.
Wow.
So it had a very, very light block, but only because I just wanted to get kind of straighter edges. All of the ends are now woven in. They're all got. So I thought that's it done. And then I've just found my patch. So that needs to go on somewhere. So I was thinking, oh, all smug, it's all done. It's not quite. I'm going to sew my patch on somewhere.
Oh, I'd forgotten about that. That'll be brilliant.
Oh, in fact, I was looking for the Brussels. It's going to go on that one.
Nice.
So
perfect.
That is the hexes. I just followed a pattern. No, I didn't follow a pattern at all. I followed a tutorial on YouTube by Bella Coco, and this continuous join that was genius. I keep putting links on. I can't remember who it was. It was just a blog post I found, and it is literally a follow the pencil line round to show you the shapes you do it in. But I was saying on Monday, I'm over the moon. I'm so pleased with it.
It's lovely.
For a club that was not a they weren't like coordinating, what's the word? You know, they were standalone.
Cohesive.
Yeah, they were standalone months.
Yes.
So there was no thought of
You'd think we've been drinking. We've had no alcohol, have we?
So there was like no thought of how they go together. And as I was doing them, I thought, well, what is this going to look like? I love it.
It is beautiful. It really is beautiful, I've got to say.
So, and this is what really is what kind of prompted me to think, well, I can just cracking the flags out and start again, because it's so nice. I want to make a big one. And I did think about just adding round this, but it's going to look wrong because they're all clearly all the same, and then you would have different ones. So I am now going to, and I have started, I don't know how many scrappy blankets, but just never been happy with them particularly. I loved my scrappy one that I did for the coronation last year.
Yeah.
But other ones I've started I've not liked, but I love this. So I'm going to start making, when I finish whatever project and I've got wool left, it's just going to become a hexie.
Yeah.
And I will have a huge pile of them, and then one day I'll join them together. But I love this so much. I want a big one.
It is. It's gorgeous. I've got to admit, it's made me think I want a hexie blanket.
It's just strange, isn't it? How, I don't know whether it's just the shape or. And I was saying, I think Wednesday night knitting that. I know it sounds silly, but holding 4-ply double, I prefer the look of it than just crocheting double knit. Well,
when I did this blanket, I held that single double, just me 4-ply double, and the texture was really nice. It was strange.
I love our double knit. Our double knit is my favourite base, but it's
different, isn't it? It gives a different texture.
Yeah, it is a different texture. So that's not to say, because we were talking about leftovers from the Unwind Your Mind blanket, and that's what started me thinking. That's not to say I won't throw some in there.
Yeah.
But I am happy holding 4-ply double. So
I do think it's the texture, because it's like the two strands. I think it just gives something, an extra definition to it, doesn't it? I think that's what it is.
I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is, but yeah.
Good. And are you talking about these little yarn tubs. If it is, these are from Jo Pickle Lily. We'll put it down in the comments. She does little ones, and then she does some bigger ones, and these ones have got poppers on, so you can like fasten everything. Is that the ones you were talking about? Mainly they're the ones that I use for my socks or just for one ball, but she does one that's a bit bigger. So I've got my, I don't even think I've got it. Oh, I have, I've got it here. So that's the next size up. Look, I mean, that looks a mess, doesn't it? That's the one with my, I've got 2 balls in that one as opposed to 1 ball in that one.
Yes.
So Jo Piccalilli. That's the ones that we do seem to show a lot more of recently, don't we, that we've been using?
Yeah, because it's beautiful. I mean, she always gets beautiful fabric.
Yeah, really nice fabric. Right, so I forgot, I knew I had something to show you. So when I was away last week.
Sorry, just before you, and I've put a link to her shop if it is those that you're looking for in the comments.
Don't panic if you go on a shop and it's got nothing on it. It's usually when Jo's doing shows, and I'm not sure if she's at whichever one it is this week on Ravel. I'm not sure if she's there or not. So sometimes when she's at a show, they're not on there.
Her shop's closed for the Southern Wool show that was last weekend.
Yeah,
so
she's catching up.
Yeah,
she'll be back on soon.
Yes, she will.
So when I was away last weekend, we went to Harrogate and Skipton for a few days, David and I. And I mean, lo and behold, Dave said, I'll have a walk around Skipton. I thought, oh, it's a good idea. I quite like that because there's a wool shop there. I'll keep it quiet till we get to nearly where we are. So after we'd done a walk and we'd had food, I've got to say, if you go to Skipton as well, we were looking for cake and coffee. We were both in need of a hot coffee and something sweet. We'd had no breakfast, and we were like, just need something sweet. And we found near the bridge, near the basin, you know, the where the canal is. On the left-hand side was a place called Nana's. Oh my Lord, I have never seen cakes like it in my life. Inside it was all artificial. There was this big massive tree that had all artificial flowers on it. It was lovely. Even David was amazed by it. But oh my God, the cakes. They were like that bit. I put a photo on, but you couldn't really see the height of the cake. It was unreal. Really nice. If you get a chance, pop in because the cakes were absolutely amazing. And there was just so much to look at. You know, when you sat somewhere going, oh my Lord, look at all these different things. Anyway, while we were there,
anyone coming to Yarndale that wants a cake?
It was not in the main bit, but just Nana's, that's what it was called. And it was like being at your Nana's with big cakes. Oh my God. I had the nicest Victoria sponge cake I've had in a long, long time. And it had fresh cream in. Oh, God. Anyway.
Yeah, none of that does it for me, but there'll be lots that do.
David had like a Swiss roll cheesecake. It was delicious. Anyway, shut up about cake. So we happened to go past Purl and Jane. Like David was like rolling his eyes at me. He's like, did you know this was here? No, of course I didn't know it was here. But it was quite amusing. So we went in and Jane was there, who runs it. And David started, you know, like going, oh, I know everything about wool. I know everything about wool. I was like laughing my head off because, I mean, he knows about as much about wool as I do about plumbing. That's all I'm going to say. And so we had a nice conversation with her. And she has got some beautiful patterns. But as I walked in, there was a tank top in the wool that I bought. And I was like, I don't need any. Oh, look at it though, but just look at the colour. So I bought it. So it is from Purl and Jane. It's her new pattern that she's just brought out, and it's called the Hilarie Tank top. And it was in this beautiful teal yarn, double knit yarn, and it's West Yorkshire Spinners. Oh, the sunlight's on it, and it's fleece, and it's blue face Leicester. And the colour is Brook, as in BROOK. But the shine on the colour in the shop was amazing. So I got that to knit. I mean, we all moan, don't we, about me when I'm moaning about purl stitches, and I know this is a rib pattern all the way up, but it looked so beautiful.
Is it pieced?
It's pieced. And it's nice because it's got some detail on the side of shaping, which is a really nice detail to it. But I can't, I'm holding off on casting it on because I need to get this red one done. But yeah, so really nice shop if you've never been to Skipton. You can walk past it because it is down a little alleyway down towards the canal. Beautiful shop, some beautiful patterns in there. And it was nice to stand and chat to Jane, and she did tolerate my husband quite well, which was, you know, needed extra brownie points for that, because you know what he gets like sometimes. So I'm looking forward to that, knitting that. I've only got one more thing to show you, and it's my. Have you got something else to show us?
I was just about to say I've got nothing else.
Right. So I'm doing the Wings of Wonder. Clue 2 has come out. And I think I said to you last week, there's 4 clues. I mean, I've got it all completely wrong. There's at least 6 clues. I think there's possibly 7 clues. So if you don't want to see this week's clue, which came out on Wednesday, I finished it. I'm going to show it now. So look away if you don't want to see it. So you had to repeat 2 extra bits of this one. So up to there was the first week's.
Yeah.
I can't really see that petrol on the screen.
Oh, no, you can't. That just looked like it was...
Yeah, can you see it now? I mean, it's not the best colour choice, but you don't know what, you know.
Yeah.
And then that's the stitch. So that's all of the colours repeated. But isn't it weird? They all look different there, don't they? But when I've done them, there's a lot of them look like the same wool. So it's each row is a different colour. Very strange.
So each dot is made up of different colours?
No, one row. It's mosaic.
Right.
So that's one colour. That's another. That's another. The one you can't see is obviously the petrol.
Yes.
But when I put them together, I thought they all look that. Especially these here, they look as though they're all the same colour, don't they? And they're not. But anyway.
Yeah.
Anyway, so that's clue 2. I don't know where it's going to. I don't know. There'll be a shift in direction, I think. But I'm really liking the colours together.
I mean, Wings of Wonder makes me think that you're going to make another piece like that and join them together.
Who knows? I mean, the colours of it, it's been inspired by birds, but that's the colours. But is it also, like you say, who knows? Could be anything.
Yeah, it's only because Wings of Wonder, I'm thinking of wings.
Yes.
That's a pair of normally.
Yeah, I'm intrigued to see where it goes, to be honest. So, yeah, so I've finished that.
Are you still happy with the narrower width?
Yes, and it has changed stitch count, and obviously because I've done it divisible by the amount it's worked still. I am happy with it because it's still a lot wider than a normal shawl that I would make if I was doing one on the bias anyway. So yes, I'm still happy with the smaller size, but I don't know where it's going to go.
Yes.
Do you know what I mean? I might have dropped a boo-boo and it might end up getting smaller. I don't know. Who knows? That was my choice, wasn't it? So no, I'm happy with it, Marjorie.
And that's the thing with a mystery knit along. It is a voyage of discovery, isn't it? It is.
However, I mean, I was looking at, you know, Mr. West put his things out, didn't he? And it's only 2 colours, and I was thinking, oh, it would be, wouldn't it? The only time that I decide I'm not doing it, it's a 2-colour shawl.
What, just 2 100 grams? Or 2 colours? 2 colours,
4 skeins. 400 grams, 2 colours.
I mean, I don't even look.
Yes, so I was thinking, oh, that's so tempting. 2 colours is a lot easier to choose than 5 colours. And I always like like Rockefeller, you know, the one he did it, that was 2-tone. I've been drawn to. So I'm sticking to my guns. I am waiting to see what the first clue looks like before I decide. But who are we kidding? I am going to be casting it on, aren't I?
Yes.
I know I'm going to be casting it on. I've even got my colour in mind, but I am being sensible and waiting till after Yarndale to see what wool is left. But I know this colour will be left.
Well, let's see.
Let's see. But yeah, the two colours, when I looked at it, I thought, why have you done that? Why have you done it two colours? You know, I like a double two colours. It's much better than 5 colours. So, I mean, I've got so many other things on the go that need doing. But I like a deadline. I like a knitting deadline. So,
Well, I've got my Strictly socks to cast on. So I am going to cast them on while I watch the launch show on Saturday. Then they might get put to one side, and then I might just knit on them watching Strictly.
yes.
Whereas before I've knit on them at any time, but I think that is going to be my Strictly sock knitting. And then I've just got this, and then I'll see what other things are on the go. What I really need to do is get my Christmas jumper out.
Yes.
So that might work because this can be knit and natter knitting, and then I've got my Christmas jumper that I need to think about.
Yes. Yeah. So that's that. Yeah. That's my knitting headspace at the moment. Any questions, anybody? Anybody want to know anything before we disappear?
Marjorie, did I lose a comment? You asked about the double knit yak and silk. If there was anything you particularly wanted, you'll have to let us know.
Yes,
we mentioned it, and then I lost track of comments. So
no, there was just thank you.
But right, that's fine.
Can't honestly think of anything else. I mean, my head's just full of so many other things. Don't know what day podcast will be next week. It'll either be Thursday or Friday, I'm going to say. But we'll let you know. Just keep a lookout on the posts for when it could be. I've just got quite a bit on at weekends at the minute, so just remind me where to find the Strictly Socks thing.
Hang on, let me see if I can. Let me find a link to the YouTube. Ali's.
It's on YouTube via Ali of Little Drops of Wonderland.
Jane, I'll find you a link and I'll put it in the comments now.
Little Drops of Wonder. She runs it, and she explains it all. And there's lots of comments on her YouTube, but that's where you will find out about it all on YouTube. And sometimes she does put it as we get closer, doesn't she, on her Instagram post as well, under Little Drops of Wonderful. So just if you're not already following her, follow her along on Instagram. It's a very informal make along. There's not normally a specific pattern, is there? It's just knit a pair of socks whilst watching, or cheating and watching, or cheating and trying to connect Strictly Come Dancing with your
share on Instagram or Ravelry.
Yes,
but I don't think Jane does Ravelry.
Claire, I have no idea where it's gone. I sent it to you. We'll message you after this. I think that's the easiest thing to do.
Right, hang on. So that is Ali's, the link to Ali's YouTube.
Strange enough, Claire, I've just had an email to say it's bounced back from you. I don't know why. Our emails do this sometimes. Something to do with security settings.
Right.
Have you
And
added it?
now I'm sure Jane doesn't do Ravelry, but I'll put the link to the Ravelry discussion is now in the comments, and I'll put a link below the comments for those not watching live.
Yes.
Yeah, like Marie said, it is literally just knitting socks throughout Strictly, and then Ali does lots of draws and prizes. For the first, when there's the first 10, they'll do a prize, and that's all it is. I just need to make a note, so I put that in.
Yeah, that's it. That's it.
Yeah.
So,
and using it whatever you want, Jane. Using whatever wool you want, whatever sock pattern you want.
Yeah.
I normally just knit a pair of vanilla socks. I might look and do a patterned. But then I just want the wool I want you to be able to see the wool. Yeah. So
well, I just do plain ones anyway. It's not often I do patterned socks anyway. So yeah, it's not a specific sock pattern and it's not a specific yarn. No. It's just that we've just got into the habit of doing a colourway for it. So
because it's
Strictly. Why not? You know, we just like to send Dominique into that shed, don't we?
Yeah.
Right. Anyway, anything else you need to know about? Because if not, I think we'll be signing off.
Yeah.
Nothing?
Speak now.
Speak now or forever hold your peace. Right. On that note, then, we shall disappear.
And we will see you next week at some point. Have a good weekend.
Yes.
Week.
Yep. Enjoy whatever weather we get thrown at us in the next 48 hours.
It's going to be nice.
It is supposed to be nice, isn't it?
Yeah.
Let's hope there's no more hailstorms, thunder, lightning, and whatever else might come from the sky. As long as it's not locusts, we should be all right.
Anita, I've tried to get rid of cakes and I keep getting vetoed.
So is it cake or fruit at the retreats?
Anita said earlier when we were talking about too much food, she said, why don't we not have cake and we just have fruit in an afternoon?
Well, because some people do like cake, but there is always fruit on the table. People don't even know it's there. There is always fruit available during the day at the retreat. So you don't have to have cake. There is fruit there. You don't have to, nobody's forcing you to eat the cake, Anita. But some people like cake. So I'm sorry, I'm overruling it. If you don't want cake, you don't have to eat it. We're not forcing you. Dominique doesn't always eat the cake.
Dominique never eats the cake.
Marie occasionally has a piece of fruit, but I also have a piece of cake. So you're all adults. You can all make a decision. Have the cake, don't have the cake. Eat fruit, don't eat fruit. We're not nanny patrols here. You do what you like. But anyway, it's always there. Right. Anyway, lecture over. It's time to go.
We shall see you all next week. Have a good weekend. Have a good week, everybody.
See you all later.
See you later.
Bye.